Hi people! Again, my last vlog was suddenly cut again in between in the midst of me bothering things for you. Anyway, it's already like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it's rainy Monday afternoon, quite cold and like the city is quite silent. Sana naman may mga peace ang mga tao sa mga konsensya, ulo at mga puso, no? Kasi kahit naman may mga lockdown, ay nako ang iingay ng mga ulo, no? Ang mga puso, mga konsensya, meron diyan mga sulok-sulok na lockdown quarantine na nga. Anak ko, nakikipag-sex pa sa aso. Tsaka sa mga prostitute, no? At tinutulutan naman ng komunistang mga barangay, no? Ayun po yung maaano natin, ang nakikita ko po guys, no? When I try to avail of the supposed to be VLC that is supposed to be um, part of the service of the police station, yung mga sa women's desk na yan, no? We're supposed to have a violence against women and children protection program supposed to be, pero to no avail naman guys. So dito ko nakikita with the Fatima Center declaration. It has helped me so much, no, in particular with this Kennedy report. Naiintindihan ko po ng pautay-utay, no, a little by little I'm beginning really to understand, no, that sabi ko noon, bakit kaya ganito? Iba ba yung sinasabi ko sa dapat, no? Magre-report ka ng ganyan, hindi naman ina-actionan, no? Mga babae sa complaint desk center, ay naku, kampi pa sa mga guys na i-report na malaswa. Ano? Yung mga nanloloko po na suwak po sa violence against women and children, violation rule of the rule and law, no? Yun pala, yung kaya yan po ang one concrete example that I could speak of, no, that it's really deployed in the local government units such as barangay, no, the women's desk that we call, na wala pong ginagawang aksyon at bagamat po yung mga nare-report allegedly, it came to my knowledge na nagiging kabit-kabit, no? Kung sino yung nakaupo, ginagawang kabit kasi sex partner. Napakalaswa po. So, ito po yung explanation nito, no, na parental guidance po tayo, pero ang alam ko lang po mga kabataan ngayon has really direct and open access already to mas violent pa, no, mas sexual in nature pang mga pieces, no, na mga movies. Well, while example for my this vlog that I have, nahulog po. Nahulog po ang ating camera. While example for this vlog of mine, if young people could already, discern and be able to listen to what I'm talking about here, they would be aware, isn't it? They would be aware of what's going on and, come up with something that what for them to do, what not, no, if they are encountering the same situations in the future, something like that. So yun po ang makikita ko guys, no? One concrete example that I could say, several already of barangays that I have known, no? Kasi syempre nagre-report naman ako na agrabyado ako ng ganito, ganyan, no? Ang nakikita ko po, based po sa mga report sa akin, no, wala akong concrete evidence, pero makikita mo naman na wala tayong konkretong solusyon, no? Solutions and is the concrete production in any office na masasabi natin na may resulta, 'di ba? Nalalaman ko po na pag may complaints kang ganyan, sasabihin pa sa'yo ng babae na sa desk na hayaan mo na po, may right naman silang ganyan, may asawa, nang agaw pa ng boyfriend yung nagpakabit na yung babae, inagawan pa yung owner ng nirerentahan. Tapos yung barangay sa women's desk, parang okay lang sa kanya. And in fact, the next day daw, siya naman yung naging sex partner. Kumbaga guys, nainggit pa. So you could see it's not only directly communist, no? We are talking about antichrist, no? Antichrist movements, group, tapos what they call as religion. Pero one common denominator na makikita mo dyan guys, napaka-open sa kalaswaan. Very open for lust and greed, no? So very much Beelzebubic Kung sino yung malalaswa, yan pa, very greedy yan. No? Very greedy. They want to be stealing. They want to be, grabbing from other people. Rights, goods, even partners. So, napakalaking bagay po na through the internet, may mga confirmation ako nakikita na initially, I have, analyzed them based on the data that's given to me, my experience, my observation. Talagang jackpot din na nako-confirm sa atin kahit papaano. Kasi tao tayo, di ba? We want still confirmations with regards to vision and missions na wala naman tayong tribunal or body of the church who is really willing, no? Kagaya sa akin po, na may mga messages sa akin si Lord God, supposed to be in the church. There should be someone who should be helping me. Example, yung aking mga confessor. Wala naman po, hindi ko alam. Ang sabi lang sa akin noon ng spiritual director ko to be very silent about it and to be secret. Kailan pa, Father, di ba? We are already in the end of our times, no? Wala na tayong time na mag-antay na, mamatay daw muna ako bago daw itatakel, no, yung mga messages that's given to me, and then may evidences pa nga ako ng mga picture na gusto namang angkinin ng albay para mapagkakitaan, grabbing of, all the evil things na they are able to do, no. So yung po ang nangyari dito, no, I have messages, I have visions, may evidence pa ako ng picture. Ang nangyari po niyan, ng mga confessors na puntahan ko, isikreto daw. Tas in the end, makikita ko yung mga kababaihan nilang mga ka-sex partner. Ayun, sila na yung palang nagagamit, no? Sila na yung pinagkakitaan yung aking work, no? Pati tuloy ako sa mission ko na supposed to be may nagbibigay dapat ng donasyon, di ba? So I could mobilize everything. I wanted even to I wanted printing of a lot of copies for this para i-distribute sana sa mga tao. To no avail, no? I should be in Poland during the World Youth Day Mercy Year in 2016. No, just about the time that supposed to be my sponsor, sana si Archie King yun, died also, no? In the chopper crash. So, ang dami pong nangyari. Tapos, shenanigans noon, yung mga nasa albay, sila naghingi-hingi sa mga kings, no? Na instead na sa akin yun, dapat itulong po, no? Because we are related to each other somehow. Sa kanila po itinulong. Na yun nga po, ginamit lang sa mga kababaihan, mga kapretsos na, talagang kinagalit ni God, no? Do not argue with me, it already happened, no? Pero ang importante kasi guys dito, tatlo man kayo o isa lang na nakaka-view nitong aking vlog, sana naman po i-forward ninyo, no? Alam ko na may nagsustalk sa vlogs ko. It's okay. Ang importante sa akin, narinig mo yung katotohanan na pinapasabi ni Lord God. But, how you treat it, of course, would matter, diba? Example naman, nagsustalk lang kasi, out of nothing at all. Bahala ka. Ang sa akin ay dapat pinakikinggan yung mga messages ko dito, yung mga warnings, para nga ma-prevent sa future catastrophe. No? Na apparently, hindi yata natin nagagamit. No? So, lahat po tayo ay magnilay-nilay. No? Kasi wala naman talagang nagseryoso. No? Na yun talaga po ang pinaka role ng apparitions of the Blessed Mother of Jesus Christ is to help humanity. Pasaan tayo? Because we are practically in darkness, people of the Lord God. If God is not there with us, no, to bring us light and direction, wala talaga tayong papuntahan. Baka diretso tayo sa inidoro, sa impyerno. No? We really cannot do it on our own. Especially if the leaders of spiritual leaders that we have, bishops, priests, and other pastors of other denominations are also in darkness and in sin. They are also into greed, lust, and what have you. Wala, lahat talaga niyan papunta ng kung saan, na magkandarapa-dapa na, magkabunggo-bunggo na tayo kasi nasa dilim, A blind cannot guide another blind person, isn't it? It's clearly written in the Bible. So I was saying na ano yung may bibigay mo sa mga tao na wala naman kasi sa'yo, no? You want to assume to be a mother, quote and quote, and father of the land through government offices as servants when you don't have love in your heart, right? To be a mother and father, guys, is really to have love in your heart. Iba naman po yung pagiging mother and father sa mga cat, dog, ahas, kung ano-ano pang mga animals. That's pretty much different, no? I wanna remind pala people, ha? Kasi naging uso na rin sa mga bahay-bahay sa Philippines, no, na meron ng mga aso, mga hybrid, kumbaga, na mga mamahaling mga breed ng aso, cats, etc., etc. And then, ang mahal din ng maintenance. Okay lang yan if you have money, no? It's your freedom and free will. Pero sana po, ilagay natin sa ayos, no? In one video clip, I just was able to view kanina. Yung lalaki po, serious na pong nasa hospital. Why? Because the dog licked his mouth, no? Common sense naman po yan, guys, no? It's really sentido común na imagine your dog is licking anywhere. So you could imagine the bacteria inside their body. So especially with this awareness in this pandemic thing that we have, that almost everyone is aware that there is really the existence of virus and bacteria, no? Unlike with me, maliit pa kami. My father, who was a BS agriculture graduate, no, and I know that he took interest in bacteria and viruses. He was really very particular in teaching us cleanliness, no? Cleanliness even in our houses. Unlike now, I do not know what's happening, no? Talagang malinis po yung bahay namin. You cannot eat anything without washing your hands long before this pandemic, you know, came to our midst, no? My dad has like monthly, if not bi-monthly, fumigation in any house that we are in, no? He has his own equipments for the spray, fumigation, and etc. Ang dami yan mga rituals yung dad ko to show us that he is really serious, that he is aware that there are really bacteria and viruses in the midst, and especially the foresight. It's not projection, no? Pag sinabi mo kasing projection, minition mo, kinarir mo na may mangyaring ganon, di ba? It's a foresight na, yun na nga, there will come a time that bacteria and viruses will really trouble the human race, and it really happened. It's happening right now. So, you know, guys, nakikipaghalikan kayo sa cat, sa dog, ang dami nyo pong ganyan. Karamihan sa nalalaman kong ganyan are also has link to antichrist group, no? Kasi kung nandiyan ka kay God, may guidance yan si Lord God, na animals yan. They are of different level sa tao. So, I'm really pretty shocked and, you know, stunningly, you know, I would say, ew, no, about it, na there are really some people who would say, I have kids in the house, like 10. You know, pag tiningnan mo cats, ahas, squirrels, dog, and even having sex with dog, you are out of your mind, no? You are out of your mind. It means to say that there are guidances to you that is half truth or lies, which is the devil. And you have been gorging on it for several years already. No? You are crazy. You are crazy to regard animals as your family member, as your kid, you know, especially as your sex partner. Mga baliw talaga kayo. Tapos imagine niyo yung bacteria na galing dun sa animal. So, yung nangyari po, sa US po yata yun. And there are cases also in Norway and in other countries, no, that especially in the European region, there are really families and couples who decides not to have kids, no. They decide not to procreate, no. Example, the woman wants her body to be maintained, no. which in the Catholic Church, in the first place, if I am the canonist, I will not allow this couple, no, to be wed in the church, because getting married in the sacrament of matrimony is really about love and forming a family, no, procreating. The purpose of sex is really primarily not for pleasure but to procreate, to create a family. But in the cases that God does not allow procreation to happen, it's about decision of the partners, right, to stick with each other out of love, no, that kahit anong ginawa nila, hindi sila nakapag-procreate, okay lang yun. But still, in the canon law, it could be a basis for a valid annulment. Kasi talaga yung pagpapamilya, pag-aasawa is really about bearing children, no? Creating and conceiving kids, no? So, kung ganun yung pananaw nyo, there's something wrong, guys. You have to meditate and pause and, have a recollection of how you are doing with your life. If everything is not okay, no, with your life, not doing good, no, everything is going wrong, you have to check. You are not clearly and directly connected to the Lord God. Imaginein mong ipalit mo ang tao sa animals. Diba? Naging kapretsyo na po. Maharas kayo dyan na mga, so much yung ginagawa ng Diyos yung mga aso ninyo. Okay lang naman kasi to have pets, pero yung bigyan mo siya ng priority over human beings, kahit nga hindi mo kilala yung tao. Imagine, magkano yung ginagastos mo sa dog for parlor purposes, no? For the food, na pwede mo naman yung pakainin na tira-tira, 'di ba? Yung kung ano yung leftover nyo sa pagkain nyo, grabe naman ka-artehan na may special pa siyang ganyan, no? Meron pa yung mga pa-aircon. Ang alam ko nun, may artista na ini-airconan niya talaga yung mga lagayan niya ng mga animals. Sa bagay, in the country na napakainit siguro for health reason, pwede naman yun, no? Especially in the cases siguro ng poultry house. Yung ninang ko po in Australia, finance pa rin yun ng tito ko na kapatid ng daddy ko, no? Na they came up with this poultry there. Isn't it that in Australia, it's also a cold country, no? They also have winter. So, all year round, even if summer, yung summertime nila is, they have a temperature like that in Tagaytay or in Baguio, no? Yung sa mga mountainous area na medyo malamig pa rin, but there is sun, sunshine. So, there, if you want to maintain, and take care and, make a business out of poultry or chicken, of course, you need to have air conditioning, no, for the room temperature of your poultry house to be regulated, no, that it will preserve the life and health of the chickens that you are taking care of, either for your own consumption or for marketing, no, for selling in the market. So yung ginawa po nila, it's regulated, no, even the feeding is being made by machines. So, tao lang po yung naglilinis ng excuse me. Meron pa ring intervention ng tao, no. My brother was able to go there for the World Youth Day in Sydney, Australia. And for a time, he stayed with my ninang Judith, no. Also Spanish Filipino, who got married with a Jewish Filipino, the Becharas. No, Centenera pala. Yung isa pala yung Bechara. Centenera. So, Spanish din dito sa Bicol region, no? They came up with this poultry na mechanized po siya, no? They are being run by machine, no? Feeding the chicken. And yun nga, regulated po yung temperature ng poultry house where the chicken are being housed, no. I do not know right now if they already shut down, pero that time they own a big percentage in the market for production of a chicken, no, the rest chicken in the market. So anyway, so ganun po, dapat ang proper order na ginawa ni Lord God, that animals should just be, or pets should just be used as food, no, should just be used as our guide, no, in the case of dogs, no, very effective naman yung dogs sa ganyan, 'di ba, na sometimes they would run for you to help you out, no. And cats also, they help us with the rodents, no, and then sometimes they are being used to warn us if there are snakes, no, etc., etc. But to like make them like your girlfriend, boyfriend, and your kids, no, no, you've gone out of your mind. So I want to remind all of you like that. No, one priest told me before that, I think it's in Belgium, any country in the European region we're in, a lot of couples really just decide to take care of animals. No, so ang population daw in that country is slowly depleting, no. They are slowly being transformed into senior citizen country. Kasi nga ayaw nga magsipag-anak, no? Ayaw na ng mga anak. Kasi nga naman inconvenience sa babae, tataba, masakit, no? Ang gusto lang lahat lang sarap, no? They just want to enjoy sex for pleasure, no? Pleasure and leisure, business and leisure, you know, being used as extortion, etc., etc. When in fact sex is sacred, especially within the bounds and jurisdiction of sacrament of matrimony in the church. May I remind guys, no, may I remind people of the Lord God that if you are Catholics, if you are married only civilly, no, you are committing sin every time that you sleep with your husband, because you are not blessed in the church, no, through the sacrament of matrimony. Sex becomes sacred only if you are blessed, no. That's why all the requirements you have to abide with, no, that you come together and have decided to be with each other out of love, no. The center of your decision is to love each other for the rest of your life faithfully and loving God first, no, having God in the center of your relationship, because other reasons than that is actually making your sacrament of matrimony null and void, no, in essence. Even if you don't tell the people about it, it's null and void and annullable actually if proven. I'm talking about being canonist here. I have a little background of the canon law. So ganun po ang ang essence ng married life, na binabasta-basta lang ng karamihan, no. If you are married out of convenience lang, hindi yan effective, guys. You cannot fool God, no. He knows what is in your mind and in your heart. So better for you people to separate pagka ganyan. Di gawin mo stuff. If you think that you are very convenient with your partner, and then your partner naman just wants your money, and then you do not want to offend any longer God, then make him or her a staff na lang, na mabibigyan mo pa rin ng pera and etc. But like to fool God and to fool yourself to be partners na hindi nyo naman love each other, it's up to you. Basta ang sinasabi ko lang sa inyo, yung essence niyan, you will not have the full grace if you do not have those requirements. True love is really the matter. True love and the decision to love is the true matter in the sacrament of matrimony, no, the wedding. No, that's why there is this prostitute that I was trying to help, no. Seaman yung napangasawa niya, several years na silang nag-asawa, bago pa nag-asawa, nagpabuntis na, prostitute nga, no. Anything goes, no. Sobra yung babaeng yun. Even the parents said that tinik, no, tinik sa dibdib, na talagang masama po yung ugali, pati nga ako kung ano-anong ginawa sa akin. So I tried to help, no. Sabi ko, you should be married like this, like that. If you really, kumbaga, ang tagal nyo na magkasama, dalawa na yung anak, no, mahilig din kasi, no. Pagkatapos, pagsabi nung Monsignor in the parish that where we went, And she went aware that there is this precana, no? The precana would make you go for formation, a little background of what really is a sacrament of matrimony and what is really the essence of married life, no? Plus, we were told like I think a month there would be a background check and background investigation of both the parties wanting to get married. Ay, nag-back out po yung babae. You know why? Because she has done a lot of immoralities and prostitution. And it means to say, guys, that she does not have any good intentions at all. No? In fact, the way her attitude about getting pregnant, parang yung expression niya pa, ay malasan niya, buntis na ako. Imagine to that, guys. Tapos yung nanganak na, yung mga bata pinabayaan, matutulog siya, ilalagay yung bata sa, nakita ko, nilagay sa walker, nilalamok na yung bata, basang-basa na yung lampi ng wiwi, gutom na, umiiyak. Basta siya matutulog. No? People like that should not get married, guys, and should not even bear children. These people should just stay single. Obviously, they are really selfish and lustful women. Ang sama ng ugali, guys. Yung type na lahat na gustong pagkakitaan, ganun pala yung mga prostitute. Kasi nga, ano yan, ang tawag dito, possessed yan ng devil. Kaya if you know someone prostituting, better avoid them. They would think of nothing but to cause trouble or, cause trouble, basta mga sinful things.